In a land of sunshine where the palm trees sway, there's a special show to brighten up your day. From rockin' festivals to Broadway dreams, tune in with Bonnie G. It's a desert scene, the desert scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley is the place to be for all the culture, fun, and harmony. The desert scene, yeah, with Bonnie G.
Mutual Broadcasting welcomes you to the Desert Scene, featuring conversations with the people who make culture, art, and entertainment happen in the Coachella Valley. From local theater to live music, art exhibits to cinema and beyond. The Desert Scene is presented by El Portal Mexican Restaurant in Cathedral City. Now, here is your host, Bonnie G.
And welcome to the Desert Scene. So happy to have you here, and very, very happy to welcome to the show my good buddy Michael Shaw, who is the artistic director at Dezart Performs, and he's got some big news. Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good day. I'm great. How are you?
Good. So I'm so excited about this new building. Tell us about it.
Oh my gosh, the word's out.
Yep.
It's clearly out. As you know, last Sunday we had our season launch party. And we made a big announcement to that crowd at 849 that we had just gone into escrow to purchase the First Church of Christ Scientist building in Palm Springs and turn it into the new Dezart Playhouse.
Yay.
So this happened, as many people know. Forgive me, I've got a little bit of a chest cold, so
oh dear,
forgive my clearing. No, I'm fine. I just have some congestion. But anyway, as many people know, our plan was originally to move to a location in Cathedral City. Mm-hmm. And over the last couple of months, after probably last 3 or 4 months, we had reassessed that location and its costs and decided that it wasn't practical for us or fiscally sound for us to make that move. Mm-hmm. So we went on a new search for a new location. And this literally happened almost overnight. And the church went on the market very quickly, and we basically jumped on it. We had a tour of the space. It checked off all the boxes in regards to space and sanctuary size for the audience, backstage use. There's even a Sunday school class, which will be converted into a rehearsal hall.
Excellent.
There's offices. There's a lobby. And it's just a beautiful building. It's an arbitrary-designed building. Mm-hmm. And it's just, to say that we're ecstatic is an understatement because it's unexpected. We didn't obviously expect to buy a building, but the campaign has been incredibly successful. We continue to obviously seek funds because now we're buying a building and we're converting it. So there is additional costs that
to renovate,
weren't originally planned for. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's a big, it's obviously a huge deal for us. I think it's going to be a big boon for the community. The church congregation has been the only tenant in that building. They've owned the building for almost 70 years. And it just kind of feels like a match made in heaven, if I could say that, because the architecture is stunning. We obviously are thrilled and honored to have a building of this magnitude, and we will take care of it, hopefully as well as the church has, and we'll bring a lot of joy to the community. Our plan has always been to open up a community center, so it's not just us, but we want to be able to have the space available to other organizations.
Right.
And so that's, it's a win-win for everybody involved, but I think mostly for the community.
And David C. Lee has pledged $500,000. That's helpful, in addition to the other people that have contributed to the campaign. And it's a 6,000 square foot building. That sounds like a perfect size.
It's absolutely wonderful. It's 50% larger than what we were originally going to move into in Cathedral City. So it's a much better space in terms of available usage. The two big things that we didn't have in the original space was a rehearsal hall, a rehearsal room, and ample office space. So this meets those two needs that we originally weren't expecting. So we can have rehearsals for, an event or another organization can use the rehearsal hall while we're in production,
right?
In the main sanctuary. And it still meets our needs. It actually exceeds our original plan for seating, because right now it looks like we can fit comfortably 150, which is great. We're almost doubling our seating capacity right now at the Women's Club.
Okay, super. And your it looks like the target date that's going to open up for the 2025-2026 season if all goes well.
Yes, November. We've already started mapping out a very tight timeline in terms of once we occupy the building, which escrow closes, I believe, on November 29th. So once that's completed, then we obviously get the keys, and we just jump right in. We've already had a number of inspections this last week, because we've only been in escrow less than 2 weeks. The last week has been all about inspections and environmental whatever and all the stuff that you have to do to take, basically make sure that we're, moving into a sound,
safe building,
and location.
All right, we're going to take a really quick break here on the Desert Scene. We're talking to Michael Shaw, Artistic Director of Dezart Performs. He got a new building that's going to open up next fall. We'll be right back.
Craving a delicious meal that won't break the bank? Look no further than El Portal Mexican Restaurant in Cathedral City. At El Portal, we pride ourselves on offering family-friendly dining with affordable prices on our authentic Mexican cuisine. Owner Victor Lupercio and his dedicated staff make you feel like part of the family. Whether you choose to dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, you can always count on fresh, mouth-watering dishes that will transport you to the heart of Mexico. Enjoy discounts throughout the week and explore one of the Valley's best selections of tequila to complement your meal. Join us for live entertainment on Friday evenings and consider El Portal for your next special occasion with our catering services. Visit eatatelportal.com for more details and discover why El Portal Mexican Restaurant has become a culinary gem in the desert. El Portal, located 1 block south of Ramon on De Palm and Via Olivera.
And we are back on the Desert Scene talking to Michael Shaw of Dezart Performs. So, Michael, from what I know of you, I think I know the answer to this question, but I have a feeling that you're probably going to get in there and roll up your sleeves with a paintbrush, et cetera, when whatever's needed as far as this project.
You actually do know me very well. I probably will. I don't know. They'll probably make me wear a hard hat or whatever it is, but I will. I probably, knowing me, will just be like, oh, well, let me just, I want to be involved, obviously, and I want to participate. I will leave, the big work to the professionals.
Good idea. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm doing with, how well I could do with plastering, but it's incredibly heartwarming and incredibly exciting to think that, I don't know, it's funny, people are just like, you must be on the moon right now, know, and I'm like, of course I'm incredibly excited, but I don't know that it's really hit me quite yet.
Yeah.
We're still in, the process, and, but what's been really wonderful is the community support and the excitement that it's stirred up. I mean, people are so thrilled for us. It's obviously been a long-standing dream to have our own space. But that it's a building like this, the significance of this building alone, and the fact that we're being honored with this, this stewardship to take it over. Yeah. One little fabulous piece of information, a little tidbit that I just recently found out was the Church of Christ Scientist has been in Palm Springs since the 30s.
Wow.
And when this building was being designed and built in 56, 57, the congregation needed a place to hold their services. Mm-hmm. So interestingly enough, while the building was being built, before they moved into it, the congregation of the First Church of Christ Scientist actually held their services at the Palm Springs Women's Club.
Really? Wow.
I was like, when I read that, I was like, you got to be kidding.
Do
This is
full
like-
circle. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Total Twilight Zone. It's like, what the heck? So it's if you believe in it,
I do.
It was meant to be, and it just brings an affirmation to this incredible opportunity. I truly feel blessed to have this kind of come our way.
Yeah.
And I hope that we do it, do it justice in terms of obviously maintaining the beauty of the building, which we feel incredibly, to be bestowed this building is really quite an honor, and I'm incredibly excited to bring art to that facility and that community.
And from the one little picture I saw, I think there's ample parking as well. Is correct?
Well, yes, the parking lot has 40 spaces on the property, and then there's an incredible amount of street parking. The church is located right behind Cody Place, right off of South Palm Canyon.
Okay.
So that whole back neighborhood on Riverside, as it spills into Random Drive and then Mesquite, I've never seen a car parked back there, but it's all public street parking. So the church, in its heyday, I'm sure that the church, I think the capacity of the church was 157.
Okay.
So there is plenty of parking, obviously, for Sunday classes and Sunday services and things like that. So it's kind of ideal for us.
So go back for just a second. What was the year that Dezart first started? First had, I think, your stage reading in an art studio, or tell us about the very, very beginning again.
So in 2008, Daniela Ryan, who was our executive director, she and I partnered together and co-founded Dezart. And we were in an art gallery. And the reason that happened was I had become friends with artists in the Backstreet Art District back behind Mercedes-Benz. And I had purchased a couple of pieces of art back there and became friends with the artists. They were wanting to kind of create a salon setting in the gallery where they wanted to bring in not just the visual arts, but poetry readings and plays and comedy and things like that. So Daniela and I became friends over a one-woman show that she was presenting there at the gallery. We struck up a friendship, and long story short, we thought, well, maybe we can manage the theatrical end of this salon, and we can start bringing in plays and things like that. So at the time, my goal was to really promote new plays and new playwrights who had unpublished work. So we started out as kind of an incubator for new work. And so for the first few years at the gallery, we just presented original new art, new plays. And then that was we had 15 or 20 seats. I think we had folding chairs.
Yeah, I remember that,
things in there, and it was great fun. And I was still living in Los Angeles and coming out on the weekends. It was great fun to just kind of read new work and present new work to the community, and people just kind of, really desired that. And then after 2008 had happened, the crash, eventually in 2011, the artists had lost the space. They just couldn't sustain it because of the financial crisis.
Yeah.
So we had to move, and fortunately, the Women's Club had just become available. And so we signed an agreement with them. And fast forward 14 years later, we're still there. We're doing our last season there, and it's been a wonderful relationship. The Women's Club had long known that we were planning on leaving and
eventually,
eventually. So this whole campaign started about 3 years ago to raise funds to move into a permanent home, and so it's been very successful. And we're at a place right now where our board truly feels confident that we can take this on. And, of course, David C. Lee's incredibly generous gift and pledge has really been a turning point for us.
Absolutely.
to make this happen. So we're incredibly honored and very fortunate to have this.
Well, Michael Shaw, I am one who believes, and I believe that you have paid your dues. You and everyone associated with Dezart have paid your dues, worked hard, and put it out there in the community and put positive vibes out in the community, which is why this has all happened, why this money has come in, why David Seeley's, and why you found this building. So I don't believe in coincidences. So congratulations. You put it out there. What you give out, you give back. And I think that's what's happening. So congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much, and it's a joy to share the news with you. As you know, I mean, you and I have been friends for a long time, and I appreciate your support and your friendship greatly. Bon, you're a sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Well, get better, get rid of that cold, and have a great day. Thanks for being here, and congratulations again. Really appreciate it.
Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Michael Shaw, and the rest of you, we'll see you the next time on the Desert Scene.
The Desert Scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley, it's the place to be. For all the culture, fun, and harmony. The Desert Scene, yeah, with Bonnie G. The Desert Scene's where you belong with Mutual Broadcasting's Bonnie G. Just sing along. Just sing along.